Welcome to the buymeacoffee.com/James Poartistry, the coffee tips page that supports my James Poartistry creative productions and work. See also jamespoartistry.online. Hello, Perceptive readers. This is James. Today, just briefly, I want to talk about reading. The joys of reading and how you can find out, so much information when you're just relaxed, reading, maybe with your favorite beverage or what have you, and actually, like I said, read through maybe a novel that you always wanted to read, fiction, nonfiction, sci-fi, what they call fantasy. That gets out there, doesn't it? But I wanted to share that with you because it'll help you as well, maybe, to always be in the frame of mind that whenever you get or hear some conflicting information that's actually important, then you can request, please send me a quote. Send me exactly what was said, what was done. You see, because if people are claiming it, then for sure, please let me know. Show me the exact statements and this and that. And the reason why this is helpful, because, I went from reading. See, one, you become enthralled in whatever you're reading. Am I correct? Well, it's the same thing when the information that you need or that you heard, you can see it with your own eyes and decide, okay, this is accurate or this isn't correct. Okay. Something I saw on the news today, it had something to do with a person, not only a spiritual figure, but an educational board, you see, type figure as well, high official, in a huge city, and I'm chuckling because when I mention things like this, I'm not mentioning it for any of the way that person politicized things. No. What I mentioned for is because it deals with oftentimes correctness, justice, balance, things of that nature. And the reason why this official was actually resigning, because at first, and this was the key word that really struck me. The key words were that he had made some anti-Semitic statements, and it really got everybody in an uproar. Then, when I was looking at the other news channels, they were also saying, and that was the key word, anti-Semitic. It was anti-Semitic, misogyny, and what else did they say that he had mentioned? I'm trying to think. Well, anyway, I concentrated more on the anti-Semitic. And so that was always really the key headline that was there that I really want to emphasize. And so with that being said, I had asked exactly what was the anti-Semitic jokes? Or statements, should I say, that was made. And so then they started showing certain statements that he made, some they call conspiracy. Yeah, that was the other word. And then the other ones was a post or something that he made about a statement that I would say again, uh, when men and women argue, those are exactly the same type of statements they be saying to one another. They're just regular type of arguments that they have. Uh, uh, as far as what he had posted, I'm just telling you, that's just what it is. And so anyway, because of his position, they were saying that, that wasn't right of him. He wasn't properly vetted because of his views, etc. And then other persons feel the same way, etc. All right. So anyway, this is what I just really want to bring out about their whole account. Because other than those type of statements that had to do with whether or not the views of men and women when they work and things of that nature, I told you that's not what I was even looking at. If that's what they call was a misogyny, I guess maybe there was more statements like that, but I'm not there to even judge that. I'm not even judging anything at all. The point that I really want to zoom in on was, where was the anti-Semitic, statements? And so it kind of went through my mind that, oh, okay, is it a possibility that that again some of those statements did come over dinner or restaurant or what have you? Because again, I they didn't show any anti-Semitic statements. You see, on the news reports, and I was just still waiting for them to come. Well, some minutes later, another news broadcast was shown, though, that then instead of zooming in as far as the headline of saying anti-Semitic, all it said was he was resigning from offensive statements, you see. And then, you could listen to the report if you wanted to. So my point is, why do you think I'm bringing that out? Okay, I'm bringing that out because of the simple fact that that's what some of these headlines do at times. Sometimes, like I said, they'll take something and it'll be more of just a talking point narrative, and really the facts are not really there. You see what I'm saying? So a person can make a joke, as you know, and that can be offensive. A person can do all sorts of stuff and not really necessarily mean it the way that it was done. I'm not saying that this person didn't. What I'm still continuing to bring out is, here's the case with humans in any type of office. The Bible is true when it says not one person can get this tongue under control. They're going to get upset sometimes, and sometimes it's not going to be upset. They're going to just say some goofball stuff. You see what I'm saying? So really, in that area, I'm sure it's more to it anyway for the resignation. I'm just telling you in general, never to be quick to still try to, run somebody out of this office or that office anyway, without, what do I always say? A thorough due process, this and that. Because I told you, those type of resignations of anything's very quickly like that. Now, a person always have that option, but I tell you what, if it's just based off of something that this person said this one day or that day or what have you, then you know what? You could still be doing yourself a terrible disservice for doing that for one reason or the other. And there have been instances, at least that I know of, years ago, where persons in high offices had actually made same type of statements similar to those that were more along racial lines and things of that nature. You see, not anti-Semitic, but it still had something to do with, other, skin colors and things of that nature. And it offended the persons who were involved. But at the same time, what happened is the board, if you will, that addressed the matter, called it a formal inquiry or what have you, but it was still behind closed doors. Um, Still end up just coming to the conclusion of just certain ways uh, they were going to handle the matter without totally, you see what I'm saying, taking that person out of office. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because it is my understanding right now that this same situation of what I'm describing, and you're going to hear all about it. Apparently, even though this person was resigning from the presidency or whatever you want to call of the board or the education system or whatever it is, well, apparently he is still part of the board, though just not the head of it. And apparently some people are still upset about that. All I'm just telling you is uh, it wouldn't be the first time that those type of situations happen and these decisions were made and the persons went on ahead to still uh, uh, do a pretty decent job at what they were doing. Why? As some people say, because they learned their lesson. But anyway, I know I went from reading to talking about requesting information, and I want to emphasize in closing, letter writing and requesting emails, correspondence in that way. It helps you to get accurate information and to resolve situations a whole lot better than hearing constantly a bunch of, hearsay left and right, back and forth. Take care.